为什么我玩的星月石和你的不一样？你的星月石活泼帅气，招式都超级炫酷。
Today we're going to be checking out the brand new driving practice 15 Renault Twizy, the 20 from Outlaws. Let's get right into it. Alright, so we're going to start by looking at the Lamborghini Fenomeno that they brought back. I'm pretty sure they actually didn't change the price this time, or at least by too much. Usually they increase the price to a crazy amount, but it seems to be fairly reasonable, the price. Yeah, 12 million. I think that's around what they had it at last time. So if you don't have this limited, go ahead, lock in, get it, okay? This is one of my personal favorite limiteds because it's a limited and it's a Lamborghini, so what's not to like? Everything opens up on it. It's on sale for 6 days, and there's only 8,798 remaining, so, you know, limited quantity and limited time to get it, so I would start grinding if I were you guys. Now, let's take a look at the free Renault Twizy. So you go in codes and you go happy 2026, just like that, submit it, and you get the 2015 Renault Twizy, so a free car, essentially. The 2015, where is it? The 2015 Renault Twizy. We gotta favorite it because this thing's so fire, bro. The Renault Rizzy, that's what I'm calling it. The Renault Rizzy, bro. This thing is hilarious looking. It's absolutely goofy, but I do want to go over a few things that I'm frustrated about with this update. We'll get to that in a second, but first, let's customize this Renault Rizzy. I mean, I like the paint and stuff. It looks pretty cool as is. I like the colors. It's blue. What's not to like about that? So, I think, can we even change anything about this? I genuinely don't think you can change. Oh, wait, you can change the secondary. That's just this. Okay. We're just going to leave that, though, alone. License plates, I may as well put on my Florida plate because I live in Florida, so that's pretty fire. And I think underglow. Do we need underglow on the Renault Rizzy? I don't know, man. I think underglow is a little goofy, even for a car of this goofiness. But maybe we should do the calipers in blue. I think we will do that. So let's get the caliper color real quick and put it in blue. All right, I set it to blue. I don't even know if you can really notice it, but it's blue now to match the paint. And I think that's literally all the customization I want to do. Performance, I guess I'll throw on the base upgrades, and then we got to talk about it. I think y'all know what we're talking about. The Bugattis, we thought that they were coming, so we'll go over what happened. Alright, I've finished upgrading my Renault Twizy, Rizzy, whatever y'all want to call it. We're about to get busy in the Renault Twizy and very Rizzy. Ooh, that was so tough. Okay, let's get to the serious news, though. We're going to talk about it. Oh, they also removed the Winterfest. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yes, everything's back to grass now. And yes, we do need to talk about it. So, I see a lot of people very angry that Bugatti's not here, and I get it. I'm frustrated too, because I honestly thought for a little bit that Bugatti was coming, but I did find out, yeah, it's not coming when I saw... but I did find out, yeah, it's not coming when I started to realize they were saying that this update wasn't going to be a very big one. So I made a video explaining that Bugatti is not going to be coming, but I still had a hope that it would come. So, you know, that's why I said, is Bugatti coming? So unfortunately, I was right. Like I said in that video, I don't think this is the update Bugatti's coming, but we do know Bugatti is coming someday, as they literally accidentally leaked it, if you all remember, in the credits. It accidentally got leaked there. So I do have good reason to believe that it was coming. Like, I had a fair reason to believe it, and a lot of people are angry that I was wrong about it. I'm not the developers, guys. Don't be mad at me. Like, I'm just trying to predict with what they've given me, and a lot of the hints that they were hinting at, and the stuff that accidentally got leaked, was really hinting towards Bugatti, it seemed like. So, don't be mad at me, yo. Like, I don't control if Bugatti comes or not, but yeah, I'm sorry that it's not Bugatti, guys. I'm sorry that it's only a goofy little car, and I'm with you guys on this. I see a lot of people that are probably frustrated that they've only added this after 2 weeks off, but you do have to understand, it was the holidays, they were spending time with their families, but also at the same time, I know something, and that is that basically they plan these updates weeks ahead, so they definitely could have prepared something better for us. Honestly, if anything, this would have been an update they would have released last week, or should have released last week, so it just feels a little disappointing in my opinion for them to only be dropping one car after 2 weeks off, and it's not even a special car, it's a Renault Rizzi, bruh. Anyways, that's enough yapping about what happened. Let's take a look here and more at this Renault Rizzi, because this thing's pretty goofy. I mean, we got the doors that open up like a Lambo. We got this little front storage. I don't know what you're fitting in there. Yo, it's a 2-seater. Oh, that's so peak. Someone could fit in the back and someone could fit in the front. Dude, and they have it in Car to the Car Blue, like 1-to-1. Look at it. My hoodie compared to it, they got the color down, bro. This is like perfect Car to the Car Blue on this thing. It's hilarious. I'm loving the Renault Rizzi, okay? I was hating that we're only getting this car, but honestly, you can't be too mad when it's a goofy car. You know, it's something funny for a week. And who knows? Bugatti could be coming, I mean, sometime soon. We saw that they accidentally had it leaked in credits, so it really is just a matter of time with that situation. Now, I don't know, though, genuinely why they've only added this week. Like, I know that they have more cars ready for updates. I know that there's stuff they could have done behind the scenes to make something better after 2 weeks of no updates than this, but yeah, I genuinely can't tell you why they just decided to only do this. So I just went to do a race in this car just for the fun of it, and I noticed global matchmaking is missing also, which is kind of frustrating now, because they've removed global matchmaking. I don't know if it's just for me, but I want you all to let me know. Do they have global matchmaking on for you? Because now I'm going to start venting, okay? There's a few things that are wrong currently in the game that's frustrating me. So global matchmaking obviously being gone is one of them. They've had the Sandy Shore Sprint right here disabled for over a month. That's frustrating, okay? And they've also now not got the global matchmaking for me to do, which is annoying. Also, they removed the 3D objects that you could place around. The, what was it called? Like interactive objects? I don't know what they called it, but you know what I'm talking about. When you could like build stuff and place it. Like, I thought it was this for a second, but no, that's my server commands. They've removed it. I don't know what happened to that, but it's not here for me. What? And I think they've also maybe removed the custom stickers as well for me. I'm not sure if this is just a me thing, or is this for you all also, but I'm not having the custom stickers anymore either. So I've noticed like updates are missing. They're missing, okay? Look, it's not here for any cars. So that's very interesting that I'm noticing all these things. I'm gonna just do a solo race just to try out all-round performance on the Renault Rizzi. I'm expecting nothing special. I just wanted to for fun. But I do want to once again apologize. I'm sorry if I got your hopes up thinking it was Bugatti, but the developers got my hopes up. They made me think it was Bugatti with that thing that got leaked, with the teasers they were sending. It really did seem like Bugatti was coming. Now, there's not all bad news though, as they did show a new brand that's incoming soon. It's called, I think, DS Autos, I believe, and it's some kind of luxury brand like Citroen's, but more luxurious. And in my video where I was talking about if Bugatti was gonna come, we did mention that in there. That was one of the predictions we had, that brand might come. So it's not all bad news. We did get one prediction right, and that is DS Autos. But yeah, once again, I do apologize for any mix-up that we had, obviously thinking it was Bugatti. We thought it was Bugatti, okay? We all thought it for a period of time, but clearly it was not, which is unfortunate. But yeah, there we go. We've seen the Renault Rizzi now that we got this thing. Definitely not the best performing car, but it does sure look silly. It can take corners though because it's so slow. So yeah, A minute 9 seconds on this race. Honestly, not the worst. I was expecting it to do worse. But yeah, there you have it. That's the new update in Driving Empire. That's what happened with Bugatti as well. Kind of a 2-in-1 right there. And you got a little teaser. So, dang. Y'all just got a lot of content in one video right there. But yes, for today's video. I actually hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I actually appreciate it. Subscribe to the notification bell so you never miss another upload. Share the video and share it if you like it. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
你賣嗰度喎，我停咗好耐，呢只喺嗰度。
從這樣變成這樣，我來告訴你我是如何做到的。第一步，
出嚟。
放自己險境；第二步，讓角色自己掛機戰鬥，我們直接睡覺；第三步，1小時後直接過來收取掛機獎勵。
出後面啊！
再把裝備穿上，升級技能，直接開啟割草模式，爽到飛起，大姐能輕鬆拿捏。
點樣爬上去？窗後邊，揾你落嚟先，睇下。
真係出喺度啊！
Are you stuck with slow and manual code reviews? Meet CodeRabbit, your AI-powered code review companion. Fix defects with AI reviews that understand code dependencies. Better context equals better reviews. CodeRabbit goes beyond simple lint. Catch anti-patterns, edge cases, and improve code quality. Focus on reviews that matter. It continuously learns and adapts to your coding style, and you can use AST templates to fine-tune its learnings. Best of all, it's free for open source. Ready to unlock AI code reviews? Try it today at coderabbit.ai.
側邊捐入
得啦，
嚟。
冇理冇理，你直過去嚟啦。出邊有衫啊！你點樣捐入去啊？
邊隻捐咗入去啊？
點知邊隻邊睇到啫？呢度
出嚟嘅呢隻似。
蒙查炒啊！
唔係卒，而係另外嗰隻。
出嚟！
唔係卒，唔係卒黃色嘅。
行啊，俾我睇下。
嗱，捐咗入窗埋邊啊！出嚟！出嚟！拉翻落窗！
摸下佢啦，嚟，過嚟啊！喂。 過嚟啦！出嚟啦！
趕你啊！係啊，趕你啊！
驚喺埋邊，佢驚啊！喺晒埋邊，攞衣叉撩佢出嚟啊！ 攞衣叉撩佢出嚟，
過嚟啦！
佢特別驚啊！
喺呢度翻出嚟啦，死蠢！ 出嚟啦！呢度。
一捉佢就捐翻入嚟。
呢度落嚟啊！
佢連個頭都捐埋入嚟。
雀雀，買，先買，先買，雀雀。
唔好求上去啊！即燒翻唔好求上去啊！隻最細嗰隻仲傷風。
出嚟啊！
未啊，仲喺嗰度啊。
貼埋啊！貼埋咗啊！貼埋咗入邊啊！
佢喐唔喐到啊？
喐到，其實佢好有呢條框框度捐翻出嚟嘅，佢唔捐。
開唔開到個嗰邊窗啊？
開唔到啊！我整啱啱網啊。
唔係呢兩隻窗啊，褪唔褪到個少少啊？
褪唔到啊！
都褪唔到。
嗯。佢嗰度上面砸死咗隻窗啊！
邊度冇隻眼呢隻嘢？
咩啊？你唔好嚇佢，由得佢自己走出嚟。做咩？買燒賣。未。唔好搞佢，唔好搞佢，唔好搞佢。佢唔肯出啊！ Máy. Quay.
Cái mày.
Máy máy.
Cái mày.
Mì à, trong ấy có đồ à?
Cái mày.
Nó đây, nó đây.
Điêu khơi sẽ đây.
Meow.
Wow. Đấy.
Dạ. Bỏ vô đây. Mày xuất tủ. Mèo.
Nó khẩm nó sượng hơi sượng.
係啊，上咗去啊。
單位上架床。
呢度睇唔到啊！呢度。
喺邊度啊？
冇見到上面。
窗嗰度啊？
唔係中間位置嗰度啱啱遮住咗。
窗上面有冇啊？啊？即係窗嗰度睇唔到咩？
睇唔到啊！呢度。
佢應該擒咗上架床噶啦，咁樣。窗有冇黑影喺度啊？
冇啊！呢度。喺呢度啊！
嚇？
喺呢度啊！
點解喺邊度啊？
佢上面唔知點樣可以晾得住佢嘅？
嚇？
上面唔知有咩喺度可以晾住佢喎？
即係佢喺咗個窗架嗰上面啊？
窗架到出邊啊！出邊嘅窗架度唔知有咩可以晾住佢喎？
冇啊，入咗屋啦。
到
邊有嘢啫？
冇嘢啊！
喺入邊房啊，翻入房啊佢。攞啦！
唔係嚟條咪。
攞嚟。 出去啊！
straight at the woman's face. Foul ball flew straight at the...
Helicopter, helicopter. Paracopter, paracopter. Helicopter, helicopter.
卡數供樓失預算點算啊？信貸站提供各類貸款，現金周轉、現金貸款、即日放款，最快半小時批核。信貸站一站搞掂晒，信貸站中谷借錢跟住還，咪俾錢中介。
Okay, so we have a brand new update in Java Empire, and I believe there's a free car. So use code HAPPY2026 for the 2015 Renault Twizy and the Lamborghini Fenomeno, yeah, however you pronounce that, has returned as a limited. Remove drop-off point from Outlaw title. Okay, so let's...
Over the last 75 years, LEGO has released over 87,000 unique parts. But even with all of those unique pieces to choose from, some sets still rely heavily on using the same pieces over and over again, such as this set, which is covered by hundreds of 1x2 tan grill pieces. Join me as we explore LEGO sets that use way too many of a certain piece. To kick off our journey, I've got to mention the most famous example of a set with an overabundance of one piece. It's well known by many LEGO fans that this set includes this famous step, where you just need to dump in 284 1x1 round studs into the bottle to simulate some water. That's almost 30% of the set's 962 pieces. What's slightly less known, though, is why this set comes with exactly 284 of these parts. Why not an even 300? Well, as it turns out, the designer did originally want 300 studs to be included in this set, but there was a small issue. You see, when LEGO makes 1x1 round studs, they come in batches of 284, so it proved to be much simpler to just use one batch per set. Next up, let's take a quick look at the Silent Mary from 2017. Looking at this set, you might think that the most common piece here would be this Technic pin connector that the ship uses as cannons. While this set does come with 29 of these, the real stars of the show here are actually the 124 1x1 round studs in pearl gold. These things are used all over this build and make up much of the railing all along the deck of the ship, as well as decorations underneath the windows at the rear. Overall, this build comes with more than 200 pearl gold elements, including 44 of these 2x1 half pyramid bricks. If you want one of these for yourself, though, you'll need to part with a considerable amount of your own gold, as even used copies of this set sell for about $250 these days. $150 these days. However, if you want to dive into your very own Scrooge McDuck style vault full of pearl gold studs, then look no further than the Harry Potter Hogwarts Crest set from the LEGO art line. The LEGO art theme is well known for being big boxes of different colored studs, but no set offers more of them in gold than this one, with a truly staggering 604. Now, the funny thing is that these aren't even the most common pieces in this set. Nope. This box also includes 630 1x1 round studs in metallic silver, which makes this one of the sparkliest sets that LEGO has ever released. If we're looking for the art build with the most studs of a single color, that's undoubtedly the Star Wars The Sith set, with its 877 round studs. I'll give you one guess as to what color they come in. Yup, it's black. If it seems like LEGO uses a lot of these 1x1 round studs in their sets, you're right. In fact, these are the most commonly used LEGO pieces in sets just in general. But it's hardly just studs that LEGO uses by the truckload. The Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world, so when it was announced that LEGO was releasing a version of the iconic structure, many fans anticipated an equally impressive set. Once the final product was revealed though, people were more than a little disappointed. And not just because the build's final height was only a measly 10 inches or 26 centimeters. This architecture set comes with 208 pieces, but the problem is that 54% of these pieces are just these 1x1 round bricks in light gray. Yup, there are 112 of these pieces in this set. This boring build and bland appearance has earned this set the dubious honor of being the lowest rated LEGO architecture set ever released. However, it seems that the LEGO architecture line has several offerings that make an abundant use of a single part. This isn't super surprising since many large buildings have a pretty unified and repetitive look, but that can sometimes lead to some fairly boring sets. While the Burj Khalifa is a pretty small, quick build, some landmarks are a little bit more complicated. As one example, just take a look at 2019's Empire State Building set. Even just a quick glance will tell you that you'll be using a lot of these 1x2 grill plates. But nothing can prepare you for just how many you'll need. Out of this set's 1,767 parts, these grill plates account for 684 of them. That's nearly 39% of this entire set for those of you doing the math at home. Considering that this is quite a large set, that's ridiculous. These parts are used heavily throughout the entire build, and every bag, except for bag 1, has at least 100 of them. Honestly, this is better than making us put them all on at once at the very end, but it still makes for an extremely tedious build. However, once it's all said and done, the end result is a great model of one of the world's most famous skyscrapers. Moving on, one of the most accurate depictions of any real-world building that LEGO has ever put out is the very underrated Roby House from 2011. Unlike the Burj Khalifa and Empire State Building, this Chicago landmark and museum isn't exactly a household name, but fans of urban architecture have long held it as a masterpiece, and LEGO's designers really did a fantastic job of recreating the house's intricate signature brickwork. At first glance, it might look like this set makes generous use of masonry bricks in dark red, but a slightly closer look reveals the truth, which is somehow much cooler and much scarier at the same time. To create these incredible lines throughout this build, this set makes use of 268 1x1 plates in dark red, but that's just the appetizer. The main course here, so to speak, is this set's absolutely mind-boggling 771 1x2 plates in the same color. Between these two elements, that's a total of 1,039 of the set's 2,276 pieces. Now, out of all of LEGO's many sets that recreate famous world landmarks, there's one that has a special place in the hearts of many builders, though maybe not for the best reason. The Tower Bridge from 2010 might be the most polarizing set that LEGO has ever released. While everyone agrees that the build is a largely accurate rendition of London's most famous bridge, and that it looks truly stunning sitting on a shelf, the building process is enough to cause some people to completely avoid building this set. Why? Well, it seems that of this build's 4,287 parts, 566 of them are just these 1x1 cheese slopes in tan, which are used to round up the corners of the two towers. While that's less than the Empire State Building's 684 grill plates, these cheese slopes are notorious for busting fingers and leaving builders' hands just a little bit sore. On top of these slopes, though, this set also includes 96 1x6 plates, 98 1x1 plates, 110 1x2 jumper plates, and 184 1x1 bricks, all in tan. Although famous buildings and landmarks make up many of LEGO's largest sets, there's another category of massive builds that I only briefly touched on earlier: vehicles. Whether it's small-scale recreations of larger-than-life construction equipment or your very own version of an iconic spaceship, LEGO's got you covered. Let's start with what might be the most famous LEGO set ever released, the UCS Millennium Falcon. Yeah, the set with over 7,500 parts, which was the largest LEGO set at the time of its release. However, this set uses an incredible range of different parts, 724 unique elements to be exact. What this means is that none of these pieces appear in crazy quantities, with the most common being 105 of these 2x3 light bluish-gray plates, just barely beating out the 102 1x2 black grill plates. However, the first edition of the UCS Falcon blows this out of the water, despite having more than
数据同步完毕，我随时可以出发。火力支援就交给我吧。来，一起跳个舞吧。
你咩優點值得你嫁俾我？
你個頭唔油
個頭油咁係因為我用咗新升級 Head and Shoulders 水油平衡洗頭水蓬鬆型啊嘛，成日聽醫美會用到水楊酸溶解皮膚嘅油脂，做到深層清潔加保養，好明顯見到蓬鬆感重咗。而家噴少少 spray 已經可以全日定到個型。
平時女仔最怕就係髮根比較塌，但係用咗呢一支就唔使驚啦。個頭頂蓬鬆啲，睇落去髮量都好似多咗，面都細啲。
而家胸有蓬鬆又有補水舒緩，你有啲咩頭髮問題 ，Head and Shoulders 都可以幫你逐一破解。
2,000 fewer pieces, this earlier version is far less varied in its parts usage. This set includes 243 of these same 2x3 plates, as well as 84 2x4 plates, and 131 1x2s in the same light bluish gray color. This set definitely takes a long time to build, but do you know what only takes a few seconds? Tapping subscribe to help me get to 1 million. But yet, there's another set that features even more copies of a single piece, the Ultimate Collector's Series AT-AT. This set was originally released in 2021, and for LEGO, designing a set this tall with 4 movable legs was no small challenge. Therefore, the final product here makes use of a tremendous number of Technic pins to keep it all together. Among this build's 6,785 pieces, you'll find 151 of these blue friction pins, 326 blue connector pins, and 327 black pins on top of more than 100 other mixed Technic pins and axles. If that seems like a lot of Technic pins, it is, but it's nowhere near the top of the list. As it turns out, the humble Technic pin is the 5th most common LEGO element of all time. These unsung heroes of the LEGO world pop up in sets across every theme, and often come in truly massive numbers, with 11 sets containing more than 500 of them. I'm not going to run down that entire list, but the top 3 are each worth a quick mention. At number 3, it's the Crawler Crane set. This build comes with 2,883 parts, and nearly a quarter of them, 689 to be exact, are these simple black Technic pins. Just ahead of that, the Cat D11 bulldozer uses 707 of them, making up 18% of its 3,854 pieces, and at the top of the list, the LEGO set with the most Technic pins is 2016's Bucket Wheel Excavator set, which comes with an absolutely ridiculous quantity of 724 pins, which is right around 18% of the set's total pieces. Now, you may recall way back at the start of this video, I was talking about the LEGO art sets and their overabundance of 1x1 studs. Well, as it turns out, these sets weren't the first to try this building technique, and believe it or not, the original LEGO Mosaic line somehow managed to go even further off the rails when it came to including large numbers of a single element. These sets were pretty much identical to the more modern art line, except that they used square 1x1 plates instead of round studs. Oh, and they only included parts in black, a few different shades of gray, as well as white. While that might seem like a pretty limited color palette, it was still possible to create some fairly detailed images. However, since these sets only included these colors, they did come with massive numbers of each. For example, the Mosaic Tiger included 360 1x1 plates in light gray and white, 450 of them in dark gray and very light gray, and 540 in black to make up the bulk of the set's 2,217 parts. But not to be outdone, the Mosaic Dino came with roughly similar numbers, though it's worth mentioning that of the Dino's 2,847 bricks, 1,170 of them were white 1x1 plates. Of course, I also can't forget to mention the final Mosaic set, which LEGO released more than a decade later in 2016, the Personalized Mosaic Portrait, which includes 4,502 parts and the funniest inventory I've ever seen for a set. Opening up this box reveals a brick separator, one 48x48 base plate, and 900 each of 1x1 plates in black, light bluish gray, dark bluish gray, white, and LEGO's iconic yellow color. Of course, there's also the infamous world map set, which you probably expected to see somewhere in this video. Because, yeah, look at the set inventory for the pieces in this set. There are 3 different colors of tiles that have over 1,000 pieces each included in this set, which is just crazy to think about. But the insanity doesn't stop there, because take a look at how many 1x1 white studs are in this set. Yup, 3,064 of them. That's just insane. Now, although these sets have a lot of repetitive pieces, they're not necessarily the most difficult LEGO sets to build. To see the most difficult LEGO sets, click on this video right now, and don't forget to tap the subscribe button for more LEGO.
一天从这样变成这样，我来告诉你我是如何做到。
LEGO may have started off as a kid's toy, but over the years, the company's offerings have grown both physically larger and structurally more complex. Today, let's explore some of LEGO's most difficult to assemble sets. Easily one of the hardest LEGO sets to assemble that I've ever seen comes in from a Redditor named Quiet Effort, who posted this image calling it, quote, the most difficult LEGO set ever. This 1,000 piece build doesn't come with any instructions, meaning that you'll just need to try and copy the picture on the box. I mean, it doesn't even come with numbered bags because, well, it's a puzzle. At least it doesn't come with any stickers. Okay, so maybe this doesn't qualify as an actual LEGO set because it doesn't have plastic bricks, but I had to include it because, let's be honest, this would likely be a very challenging puzzle with all of these spacemen. It's certainly a unique LEGO product. On a more serious note though, it's important to ask what makes a LEGO set difficult. I mean, they all come with very detailed instructions that are step-by-step guides, so how hard could it be? Well, there are a few basic categories for what makes a build difficult: repetition, precision, and complexity. We'll hit on all three categories in this video, but let's start with repetition, because these sets might not be the most technically challenging, but the difficulty can come from the long and tedious nature of the building process. Perhaps one of the more recent examples of this is the Eiffel Tower. With 10,001 pieces and standing nearly 5 feet tall, nobody expected this to be an easy build, but the difficulty doesn't come from any unusual connections or illegible instructions. No, this set is regarded by many builders as being difficult simply because it's kind of boring and very tedious. The gist is that this entire set is one of the most repetitive builds ever. To kick things off, you'll first need to build the massive base that measures 23 by 23 inches. Just this section takes up the first 18 bags and the entire first instruction booklet, but we're just getting started. After that, you'll spend the next 21 bags and all of book 2 building the lowest section of the tower. This includes building the lower part of each of the tower's 4 identical main columns. This requires building the first one, then doing the exact same thing again, and then doing it 2 more times with mirrored instructions. Oh, and I can't forget this infamous step with 144 1x1 round studs. Once that's done, it's on to book 3, and you'll now need to build the rest of the tower. Much like the lowest section, this requires building 2 sets of 2 identical but mirrored columns. While there are a few different bits along the way, the same basic pattern repeats for almost the entire 3rd book. Now, while the final result is genuinely impressive and this set is great, the sheer repetition of this build has been enough to turn a lot of people off from even starting it or buying it in the first place. Those who have managed to complete this behemoth, though, have also complained that some parts are just not held on very securely, and that the base was quite flimsy until the set's full weight was placed on top. But you see, the Eiffel Tower is hardly the only LEGO set plagued by repetition. Captain America's shield gives LEGO builders a bit more than they initially bargained for, with over 3,000 pieces of meticulous repetition. Just check out these instruction steps. They're brutal. So many duplicate sub-assemblies. Nearly everything in this set is repeated either 36 times or 18 times if you're lucky. The end result is an incredible display piece, but it's a ridiculous building experience that may induce more fatigue than you're thinking when buying the set. However, another tiresome and tedious set is another of LEGO's largest ever releases, the World Map. With 11,695 parts, this is the largest set ever released if you're judging purely by the number of elements as of the time of this video. But it's also the single most repetitive set ever released. These are the only images that you really need to see to fully understand just why so many people have claimed that this is one of the most difficult sets they've ever built. Just simply follow the guide to place all of the 1x1 round studs and tiles into place, and then move on to the next one. You'll do this a total of 40 times in a row. Not exactly difficult, but if placing 10,000 1x1 tiles isn't fun for you, then this set will be very difficult to finish. Builders like this and find it relaxing, but others don't. It just depends on what you enjoy building. A different kind of repetition can be found in the massive Sandcrawler set from 2014. This 3,296 piece build features some truly monotonous steps, but the worst offenders by far are found on pages 164 and 174. This entire section of the build is fairly repetitive, as you'll need to build each of the Sandcrawler's 4 tank tread bases, but the real issue is building the treads themselves. you'll need to put 38 chain link elements together a total of 8 times. That's a total of 304 parts, or nearly 10% of this entire build. Now, while finding the motivation to finish some of these tedious sets might be difficult at times, it's hard to say that the builds themselves are especially challenging. Well, that's where this next category comes into focus. Some sets are difficult simply because the build requires such precision that any mistake can cause disaster. One perfect example of this kind of difficulty can be found in the Space Shuttle Discovery from 2021. Overall, this 2,000-piece build isn't too tricky, but there's one step that has given even the most experienced builders some serious trouble. Between steps 282 and 294, you'll need to attach a total of 24 stickers. Now, if that wasn't bad enough already, these shiny silver stickers need to be placed on the inside of these curved elements that make up the shuttle's cargo bay doors. Placing stickers is hard enough, but placing 24 of them on the inside of curved Lego parts is on another level entirely. As you can see in this promotional image, these stickers are super shiny, and any misalignment is going to stand out like a sore thumb. Sure, it's not exactly rocket science, but applying the stickers is very difficult, yet very rewarding. You see, tapping the subscribe button below is much easier and rewards you with a new LEGO video that I post every Saturday. So as I discuss this next set, take a couple seconds to subscribe and help me reach 1 million subscribers.
對於普通嘅人嚟講，或者普通嘅家庭啦，好似我有小朋友，幫佢哋影一張相係一件好簡單嘅事。咁我好容易可以留住佢哋好開心嘅一刻。咁但係喺我哋嘅受眾入面咧，有陣時佢同我傾偈，佢會話啊，佢半世人都未必有一張家庭嘅合照或者一張好開心嘅相。咁其實拎住一張相喺手，我哋打印俾佢係一件好溫暖、好實在嘅事。咁我哋好希望透過相機啦，咁去捕捉住同埋保留住佢最重要嘅一刻。
煤氣公司有一班好熱心嘅攝影發燒友，早喺20幾年前自發組成咗支義工攝影隊，為基層服務影相。呢支義工隊嘅工作就係帶住各種專業攝影器材深入社區，為基層有需要人士提供拍攝服務。
我覺得我可以用光同埋影留住佢人生呢個美好嘅階段咧，係好有意義嘅。
呢支義工隊最初義務為屋邨長者免費拍攝證件相，呢項任務去到今日交咗棒俾新一代嘅義工，而對象亦都變得多元化，例如會同 NGO 合作，幫低收入家庭、有特殊學習需要嘅學童，同埋其他有需要人士影畢業相或者係家庭照。
我係食早餐。
其實我哋呢幾年已經係開始擴展去唔同地方㗎啦，譬如幼兒中心啊。有一次啦，有個 SEN 嘅學童嘅家長就同我哋講啦，其實佢哋要影一幅全家福其實係好困難嘅，所以佢哋成日都會影完就好多謝我哋可以花咁多時間去幫佢哋影到呢啲咁嘅全家福嘅。
好難得呢張相咧，企定定望住個鏡頭影到，難得3個一齊影到咯。
多謝你哋，有你哋咁樣大家。
喂喂，係咪你床啊銀包？我銀包咪喺呢張床度。琴日劈咗俾你㗎。家伙，我人唔喺度。啊？
佢激到媽咪啊？係呢個啊，定係隻爸啊？到而家呢排蚊到我眼嘅。邊個記得媽咪啊？係咪呢邊啊？係咪呢一個啊？定係啲爸？定係得得啊？定係另外嗰隻爸？定係另外嗰隻爸？唔知哪裡？好啊。餐前話餐係啊，嗰陣時係啊，你啱食完一次就食陣咯，你食晒出嚟。 听了清单了。阿余子華，你嘅任務話洗貓兜、換貓砂同埋拖地下。我唔理你今日做晒定係聽日做晒好啊。呢度後邊有冇敵人啊？後邊有冇賤人啊？有冇唔該啊？唔該，上邊面。喂，幫我擺翻好晒嗰啲辣椒醬，擺翻去洗等佢。你睇住個袋佢個袋嗰7粒藥啊！你食嗰個7粒藥，先拉佢一撥就整死晒啲嘢啊！你呢啲藥，你冇跟過整咗先。啲熱水啊，呢度熱水啊！
即係話喺3個車廂入面會有2個裝有摩打嘅車卡嚟推動列車，遠高於 MLR Train 嘅1:2，配合埋新信號嘅系統，行車時間得以大幅縮短。一直以嚟只有
你有冇用過
方德字頭
AI 診股王工具啊？而家好多香港投資者咧都開始用㗎啦。佢哋話咧分析股票咧夠準啦，好啱港股咧同埋美股市場。點用㗎？打開
方德字頭，
找到 AI 診股王工具。譬如你睇中咗騰訊700啊，只要輸入股票名稱，1秒裏邊啊就有清晰嘅報告啦。股價強弱一目了然，呢個 AI 工具背後係有真實數據咧，同埋一啲算法支持嘅，已經幫助咗超過23名投資者咧優化佢哋嘅投資策略。
真係揀股容易咗喎，個 signal 同埋提示詞都好清晰。
同 Kinder 繽紛樂一齊 level up。 去感冒，用幸福啦！5分鐘先夠快。 at Kylie.
Going to the beach. Wow. Surfing now?
You're all good.
What is that? Come on, Peppa, I'll teach you. It's easy to float because the board is super floaty. The tricky bit is catching the wave. Ready, steady. Surfing is the best thing. Surfing is the best thing ever.
It's true. Surfing is the best thing ever.
The ocean.
Sorry, George, you're a bit too little to go surfing. Oh, the waves are getting too big for Peppa and Carly.
Oh, is it time to go home? Are you kidding? These waves are perfect for grown-ups to surf.
He's out there with Mum.
Your turn to surf, guys. Thank you, but I'm quite happy to watch.
Why don't you have a go, Mr. Pig?
Why not? It does look fun.
Too bad, Mr. Pig. Looks like you've...
Right, for... Crikey, it's a big one.
Daddy, there's a big wave coming.
Incoming.
What's that?
Wave!
I think they want us to wave, George. Cooey!
Daddy Pig as a surfboard.
Wow, George has got great balance.
You're a natural surfer, George. Maybe you can teach me a few tricks.
George is... the best.
George is... George is using Daddy Pig as a surfboard.
Wow, George has got great balance.
You're a natural surfer, George. Maybe you can teach me a few tricks.
George is the best. I love surfing, Mummy.
right for little George to go paddling in.
Me instead.
Right.
That's proper surfing! Woo-hoo!
These waves are awesome!
Wow! Kylie, where's your little brother?
He's out there with Mum. Having fun, Joey?
Your turn to surf, guys. Thank you, but I'm quite happy to watch.
Why don't you have a go, Mr. Pig?
Why not? It does look fun.
Aw, the waves have gone.
Too bad, Mr. Pig. Looks like you've missed your chance to surf today.
Oh, that's a shame.
But it's just right for little George to go paddling in.
I'll come with you, George. No surfing, George, but you can sit on me instead.
George likes sitting on top of Daddy Pig.
Look at that wave coming!
Crikey, it's a big one.
Daddy, there's a big wave coming! Wave!
What's that?
Wave!
I think they want us to wave, George. Cooey!
The tricky bit is catching the wave. Ready, steady, now, Peppa!
Kylie is being carried along by a wave.
Don't miss the next one, Peppa. Ready, steady, go! Isn't it awesome? Yes, it's brilliant!
Best thing ever.
Ready, steady, go!
Best thing ever.
Ready, steady, go!
George wants to go surfing.
Sorry, George, you're a bit too little to go surfing.
Oh, the waves are getting too big for Peppa and Kylie.
Oh, is it time to go home?
Are you kidding? These waves are perfect for grown-ups to surf.
That's proper surfing!
These waves are awesome!
Wow! Kylie, where's your little brother?
He's out there with Mum. Having fun, Joey?
Your turn to surf, guys.
Thank you, but I'm quite happy.
Aw, the waves have gone.
Too bad, Mr. Pig. Looks like you've missed your chance to surf today.
George to go paddling in.
Me instead.
George likes sitting on top of Daddy Pig.
Look at that wave coming!
Crikey, it's a big one.
Daddy, there's a big wave coming! Wave!
What's that?
Wave!
I think they want us to wave, George. Cooey!
George is using Daddy Pig as a surfboard.
Wow, George has got great balance.
You're a natural surfer, George. Maybe you can teach me a few tricks.
George is the best. I love surfing, Mummy.
Yes, what a fantastic holiday we're having.
So, what's planned for tomorrow?
Are you, staying another day?
I could stay here forever.
Well, I do have to go to work tomorrow?
They can come along too.
Okay. Well, I suppose that might be...
Hooray!
Peppa is having a lovely long holiday with Kylie Kangaroo.
Peppa Pig.
Looks like you have a go, Mr. Pig.
Why not? It does look fun.
Aw, the waves have gone.